In today's video, Morab has agreed to face Umar Nurmagomedov, putting to rest the critics who claimed he was afraid to the formidable. In other news, Merab's friend and sparring partner, Aljamain Sterling, has suffered an injury and won't be able to recover in time for his fight against Evloev. Stepping up to the challenge, Jean Silva have responded to Evloev's callouts. Ilia Topuria has sent a clear warning to Max Holloway. Also in this video, Conor McGregor drops new sparring footage, showcasing that his striking skills remain sharp despite his time away from active competition.
Big guys.
Oh, look at the excitement.
Little ball season.
So without further ado, let's get started. Ilia Topuria believes his fight with Max Holloway will be a short one, and he's confident it will end as soon as the two fighters start exchanging blows.
Además afirma que va a ser una pelea breve.
Sí, va a ser como todos. En cuanto él se plantea pelear realmente conmigo y empiece a intercambiar golpes, ahí se acaba la pelea. Nadie puede intercambiar golpes conmigo, pero no solamente por mi poder, sino por la técnica que le aplico a cada movimiento, ¿sabes? No se me ve venir. Los cambios de ritmo que meto es algo que no están acostumbrados, ¿sabes? No están acostumbrados al juego que yo propongo. Entonces, en cuanto él se plantea pelear, en cuanto apunte el dedo hacia abajo, si lo hace desde el principio, ahí está acabado.
I saw an interview of him saying that, bring the last 10 seconds to the first 10 seconds of the fight, which is, his fight IQ might not be there, but his athleticism and his power and strength is there, but might be lacking a little bit in his fight IQ. So after saying that, I was like, brother, you gotta go work on your brain, my guy. You know what I mean? There's reasons, there's opportunities, there's chances that you do those kind of stuff, but we see it happens. If he does it, I mean, how can I put back? How can I step down from that? That'd be a fun one. But I never ever saw him even have a moment like that with anybody yet. So to do it against a guy who loves to do that, and I mean, we see, man. I can't say too much. I'm excited that he says that kind of stuff, because October 26th couldn't come soon enough. The time is flying by, and I can't wait to test him.
Furthermore, Topuria has commented on the possibility of facing Sean O'Malley, especially after O'Malley's recent loss to Merab Dvalishvili. Some other better fight will come along. It's like the same with Paddy. It seemed like a super attractive fight, but if you're not at the level, what can I do? You get defeated, Topuria remarked.
This fear.
Yes, Sean O'Malley understands that his plans have been disrupted. However, his loss doesn't necessarily mark the end of his journey. With just one significant victory, he can quickly reclaim his position as one of the top contenders.
We have Morab versus O'Malley, who had the belt going into the night. We saw a lot of hype going into the fight, and the odds were forever in Sean's favor. Now, when the fight started, like TJ, you said this morning, it's just things you probably didn't expect.
It's not that I didn't expect it. It's very, very close when it comes to the betting odds. Even when I had to go and pick the fight, it's like I knew Morab had a chance to just pressure the out of him. The Tasmanian Devil never stops, continues to shoot shots. You always know it's a possibility, but I thought, especially after watching how O'Malley's composed himself and how well he's done on his feet, using his feints, using his distance, using his angles, I thought that he'd be able to keep that distance and control. It's hard for Aljo to take him down and spark him. That's what I thought could happen as well, right? I didn't think it was going to be this easy for Morab. Morab made him look weak.
Can I tell you something I've been thinking about for a while? I feel like Sean O'Malley never wanted to fight Morab, and Morab made that fight happen with his trolling on the internet and stuff like that, and you can see it in his face. It's hard to mentally get into a training camp and do all this stuff because you think it's negative, like, I didn't want this fight. I didn't want this fight.
I'm kind of wondering why Morab's avoiding Umar, because before Umar was even, announced yesterday that that's the next contender, Morab was dismissing him already because people were talking and he was saying he doesn't deserve it. He hadn't fought anybody, and it's all subjective of who deserves what. This is not a legit sport. If it was a legit sport like basketball and baseball, yeah, number one always fights number two for the championships, right? He's talking about, he wants to fight Figueroa because he's a two-time whatever champ. But okay, if you're looking on rankings, he's ranked number 5. So you're telling me he hasn't deserved it, but you want to fight the number 5th guy that's ranked number 5th over the guy that's ranked number 2, who's the next legit title contender, who's number 1 now, I would imagine, if not number 1. After a performance like that, I would think Umar's could be number 1 contender, no doubt. Because I don't see how O'Malley could drop from that to a number one contender after a performance like that. There's no way. So Umar would be the number one contender. And we were told originally that we were going to get that fight. And that's one of the reasons why I think Sandhagen took that fight, because if he'd have beat Umar, he'd have got a title fight. Well, we got the same offer, you know, and now that's what Umar was there to be shown that, hey, I'm here, I'm next, you know, and you know, but why is he avoiding him? I don't understand. He's not afraid of him. No fighter's afraid of anybody. What's the reason? I'm wondering. I don't buy into that. He hasn't done enough, because it's like, and if he is saying that, then that's foolish, because you should fight whoever the UFC says you're going to fight. If you're the champion, you fight everybody.
Merab Dvalishvili has agreed to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. He promises to fight anyone the UFC throws his way. In a recent statement, Dvalishvili affirmed, "Guys, I hear all of you. I am a company man. Whoever the UFC puts in front of me, I will fight as always do, even if I don't think they deserve the next shot. Let's go." Agree that accusations that Dvalishvili is avoiding Umar out of fear are unfounded and dismissive of his track record. This is a man who has faced some of the toughest fighters in the division without hesitation. Fear doesn't align with a fighter who already beat up former champions and top contenders. For Dvalishvili, it's about ensuring that opportunities are earned and that the sport maintains its competitive integrity.
I think that Merab is still going to have a bit of the grappling edge. The problem with Merab's grappling is that he doesn't really like pin people to the mat or take their back or make it like O'Malley was able to get up. Not the easiest in the world, but when he did kind of really go for get-ups, he was able to get up. So I don't know that Merab's grappling, like that's something that if I were him, I would really work on, because Umar, even if he does take Umar down, is not going to be an easy guy to hold down. And then just the striking difference in those two, like Umar is just a way better striker. And so, yeah, that's going to be really hard for Merab. So I guess I would go for Umar, just because the striking is so much different, and then Merab's grappling isn't necessarily tailored towards holding people down, and Umar is a much better grappler than O'Malley. So, yeah, I think that's likely how it'll go, is it being mostly standing and Umar getting off a lot of points and just outpointing Morab.
Merab's friend and sparring partner, Aljamain Sterling, said that he was forced to withdraw from a fight against Russian undefeated UFC fighter Movsar Evloev.
Unfortunately, I have to break the news. I will not be competing in Salt Lake City at UFC 307. In sparring, I had an injury.
Keep it straight. No.
Oh. Diego Lopes responded to Evloev's call for a rematch, shutting down the possibility. You had your chance a few months ago. Now you sit back and watch as the bus leaves you waiting? Adding to the intrigue, Jean Silva has expressed interest in fighting Movsar Evloev, writing on social media, "Let's go." This move could potentially open new avenues for matchups, depending on UFC's matchmaking decisions. In other news, Conor McGregor continues to generate buzz with the release of new sparring footage. The video highlights McGregor's renowned left hand, demonstrating that his striking capabilities remain sharp despite time away from active competition. This glimpse into his training regimen suggests that McGregor is preparing for a possible return, keeping fans eagerly anticipating his next move in the MMA world. All for today. Just one last thing. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks in advance.